Hey, welcome or welcome back to my channel. If you are new here, then hi, my name is Erica, and today I'm doing an impromptu video. So if it seems a bit disorganized, it's because it is. But I just wanted to come on here and share my thoughts, and more so than just sharing my thoughts, I also kind of want to hear other people's thoughts, because you know when you like see something going on and you're like, is it just me who feels weird about this, or do other people see this? Okay, so I know I'm being pretty vague, but so like when people do something wrong, but then the people calling them out on it seem to have ulterior motives. To me, at least, it seems like it almost takes away from the severity of the situation, because it makes it more about like getting revenge or like exposing someone than it is about the actual issue at hand, if that makes sense. And to be fair, it might just be my perspective. And yes, I'm talking about the recent controversy with Hello Leash, and I'm not here to debate whether what she did was wrong or not, because I think she should have never said those words, because she's not a part of those communities. So in any context, it's offensive for you to use a slur of a community you are not a part of. But that's besides the point of this video, because from what it seems like there were people like digging into her past, trying to find something to cancel her over. And again, this isn't even a debate about cancel culture, because I don't really know if I believe cancel culture even exists, because I think it's a way of telling people, oh, if you're upset by something, you can't decide to not listen to that person anymore, which I think is BS. Because if somebody is hurt by something, or if they're offended, or if something just bothers them that somebody else does, they don't have to continue to support that person. And I think that's just a natural part of life. And I think people trying to police that and be like, oh, this is cancel culture, is extremely toxic. But that's also not what I want to really talk about today. But it seems like people were trying to look into her past to find something. And while yes, they found something, and yes, it was bad. I'll admit it was very bad. But I feel like the people who found it didn't care about the RACISM or the HOMOPHOBIA. Wow. Spelling is not my strong point when I have to just say it out loud. But anyway, I feel like the people who found that, and even the people, a lot of people in her comments seem to be like fans of people like Keemstar and Edwin's generation. And if you know those people, you know they say those words, if not regularly, then at least they say it sometimes, which they should not be saying that. So for their fans to come at her for that, and they still like Keemstar and stuff. Like, to me, it just seems like it's taking away from the issue at hand, and I don't think that should be happening because. Okay, so I realized that I didn't make this clear when I was recording the video, so I'm just coming here to clarify something. I don't believe in like telling people, oh, well, you're like, this is elective outrage, like, how come you're upset about this but not about that? Like, while that may be a fair point, I believe it's almost used to distract from the issue at hand. So I want to be clear here when I'm saying that people trying to hold Hello Leash accountable don't hold Keemstar accountable. I don't want to distract from the issue at hand, but I do think that where certain criticisms come from, they almost taint the message, if that makes sense. Like, it muddies the water and makes it unclear if it's actually about that specific issue or if it's really about a personal vendetta, which I hope that it comes across in my video that this is what I'm talking about, and I'm not defending what Hello Leash did. In fact, I found it quite disgusting that she would use those words, and yes, she apologized, but it's inexcusable. So I just wanted to make sure that it's clear how I perceive this issue, and that I do take it seriously, and that's why I also want other people to take it seriously, because it is a serious issue. But I feel like a lot of the dialogue going on here is a bit counterproductive. So yeah. I do believe that even well-intentioned people can be problematic, and we all have to work on ourselves because we live in a society that is very bigoted and has a lot of these issues that I cannot name on YouTube. But you know, like, even if you think you're somebody that's well informed, and this includes me too, you still have to do the work, and there are times when you have to apologize and learn from your mistakes, because, like, if you grew up in this society, you've probably been indoctrinated with a bunch of problematic things. So I'm not saying she shouldn't have had to apologize for this. I'm not saying that at all, because I believe people are very validated in feeling hurt by what she did, especially people from those communities, specifically the Black community and the LGBTQ plus community. Like, people a part of those communities are extremely valid in their extremely valid is that's a weird phrase, but the people in those communities are valid for being upset. Like, their feelings are valid. I'm just worrying that the people not in those communities, and to be fair, I do think this is a fringe group of people. I don't think it's the vast majority, but I believe there are some people that are so concerned with exposing somebody that they are not actually caring about the issues at hand, but instead they're trying to find something. And like, yeah, it still brought it to life, but it just feels like it muddies if that makes sense, you know, like, because it makes it unclear, like, how was it found, and for what, like, what were people's intentions in bringing it to light? Was it to actually bring to light the actual issues of racism and HOMO phobia? Hopefully I'm allowed to say the word phobia, but was it for that, or was it to just try to cancel Leash? And I mean, to be fair, it doesn't matter in the context of her making an apology and people being upset with her, but I do think it's something to ask about internet culture in general. Are we just trying to catch somebody in, like, in the act or something, or are we trying to push people to be better? And I think that's just a question we should all ask ourselves in general. Like, what are our intentions in holding somebody accountable? And I want to be clear here that I'm not talking to people within those marginalized communities, because they're hurt by this, and that is valid. But I'm talking about the people that try and dig things up, and it seems like those people are not in those communities, and if they are, I apologize, but from what I'm seeing, it seems like it's a lot of Gabbie Hanna's fans doing it because they don't like Hello Leash, which it's almost like you're taking away from the severity of an issue by using your own personal vendetta against somebody when you find something problematic that they've done. And I think we need to focus more on the actual issue, which was her using those words, instead of if you don't like her. Because contrary to what some people think, and to be fair, this isn't what everybody thinks, and I know that, but there are people out there that think I just hate Hello Leash and that I'm trying to cancel her or ruin her, and that's not what I'm doing. I'm a commentary channel. I'm not a hate channel. I don't hate people. There are very few people I hate in this world, and the people that I do hate, I hate for some very valid reasons. But like, I don't. Here's a fly. I don't hate Hello Leash, and I'm not trying to cancel her. But I do believe in holding people accountable, and more than just holding people accountable, but just pushing people to be a better version of themselves, pushing them to take a look at some of these things that they've been internalized, and trying to unlearn certain things and then learn other ways of behaving and thinking, and just being in the world. I hope that made sense. I don't know if it did. Hopefully, I might have to, in editing this, I might have to come back and say something else if I feel like I missed something and it's incoherent. But anyway, thank you for listening to this jumbled mess, and I hope to see you again next time. Bye. Is my